is used to evolve the activities, and then we've got all the activities. So just like Sky Kiwi is good for like a trade view for New Zealand, well then, like the idea could be all 4 activities. After we've got the market of Chinese people coming to New Zealand, then we've got a lot of people, partnerships with different activities, hiking, rafting, everything, and that can be opened up to the people that stay here, the Chinese people here, because it's the language should already be done, and the software code can be changed to another language so easily, you know. So that's one idea that I thought, you know, one way to do it would be to get something from China, to get that investment from China, and then they come here, they go, and then there's Taupo, Queenstown, Rotorua, Auckland, Wellington, everything's done. Once New Zealand is done, then you have an app and it scales so quickly, because when a new feature is done, then it can be done everywhere. That's just like the other apps. So
我用中文说一下，你翻译一下，因为我能听，但是我说起来有点费劲，我直接用中文说。现在关于旅游网站呢，就是很热门，有很多的网站这个英文的、中文的，但是呢，他们现在切入的都是比较容易的点，所以印度的他们没啃。什么容易的点呢？就是说旅游的信息的提供，是吧？机票、酒店、景点的介绍，甚至一些路数和攻略，是吧？这个呢都是很容易 copy 的，是吧？容易复制的。但是我觉得旅游的难点在哪里呢？它难点就是说，比方说现在都是个性的这个自由的定制性，就是说你去，它可以嘛，就是说你要有一个项目，它走过这个线路。或者说你去打猎，你去钓鱼，你去游艇，你去开飞机，这些会开飞机的、会打猎的，或者这些猎人，我觉得这些人是稀缺的资源。他的信息，他的能力，这是核心的资源。携程网、穷游网，甚至这个 Travel Advice， 他不掌握这些东西，这是硬骨头。你得把这些人、把这些猎人、把这些船长。这些领队带你去爬山，带你去打猎，这些人，这叫本地的资源，甚至本地的景点，是吧？这些人是你比较难弄的一切，你把这些人抓在一起，我们去和他谈，让他在我们的网站，在我们的 app 上面来组织活动，来发起活动，来教大家。但这个是个硬骨头，你得一个一个跟他谈，给他有甜头。让他能赚钱，或者让他来，或者满足他的这个虚荣心。这个吧，这得一个人去像扫街一样的，吧？就说那个这是一个硬骨头，这活是又脏又累的活。你只要说，你像我们写个爬虫，把这些文章全爬下来，咣咣一下子全复制了，这个太容易了。包括其实这个做酒店和机票，它也是我接入一个机票预订系统，一个酒店预订系统，我把这些酒店的信息全爬出来，咣叽一发布，这个机器可以做。但是人你得和这些猎手，和这些船长，是吧？和这些人去让他来，在上面发一些活动的信息，所以带大家去打猎，带大家去爬山，去探险。所以我们要做的就是说，做这个呢，我想的话，就算有人做的话，还是有细分市场，是吧？不可这个东西很难一家通吃。是我们聚焦于新西兰，欣赏某个地方某个活动，比如说我们打猎，它还可以。因为现在的旅游都是个性化的旅游，不是说我到个地方就拍个照就是我们希望深入了解当地的文化，深入体验在中国我们玩不到的东西，是吧？游艇打猎或者说什么深度游、定制游、特性的游。那么这些掌握这种景点或者说特殊资源的人，比方说我会打猎，我带你去打猎，对吧？我走过很多的这种线路，是吧？中等的难度的。然后你刚来新西兰语言不熟，你没走过，你肯定是担心。假如说有一个这条线路我走过多少次了，我带你去这条线路也可以打猎，可以钓鱼，可以露营，可以爬山，这一套我带你走下来。
这个特别有道理。其实国内已经有一些在做了嘛，只不过只是中文的。然后这些网站其实也有，只不过你需要去找，都有。对，只不过就是说，如果想做成 APP 的话，就是你想做大这个事儿，那你肯定要亲自去联系这些 去做高端线路嘛，对吧？
I think I try to translate your ideas. Yeah. James just mentioned about what we have said, that all those big websites already provided those information, very easy to copy actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So sure, it's competition, but
yeah, but what we need to focus on that is not easy to copy is the local resources.
Exactly.
That who can provide the tourist guide or hunting or
exactly. That's the competitive advantage.
Yeah, that is what we can do because we are already
exactly. They can't do that.
Yeah,
they don't have they're not able to do that exactly.
Thinking of what you are just told, all the strategy you mentioned about it, and because we are already in this kind of marketing, not a very initial market, it is a very developed market. So many competitors. What's the focus on markets? Because if we say to do a tourist market, they're too big, too many competitors. But what you just mentioned, what you have succeeded in Korea, it's because you find a very good strategy.
Yeah, exactly. It's a strategy that makes the business.
Yeah, so here in Auckland, in New Zealand, if we want to do the same thing, we still need to find something special that is to the customer's needs, but also nobody do it currently. What's about that?
Like something special, but that could be like a special package of the tour. You know, but I think a tour is a tour, but something special is a brand. Having a brand that's good, like good quality services and branding, that's what makes a big difference, you know? Controlling the whole system, controlling the accommodation, controlling the transport, controlling the restaurants, you know? That's what makes a whole package together.
Yeah, but you can understand that Chinese tourists have very special demands. You can see that not many people go to the bars, go to restaurants.
Yeah, right.
To read the flyers, especially English flyers. That is email to Chinese guests. But we are more interested about the information on WeChat, and the information from even some domain Chinese tourists, and they heard from their peers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they can understand New Zealand from their friends. So how can we get push our information to them? That's important.
Yeah, but having a system to do that would push the information, because in the beginning it's mainly Chinese people coming here, but it's after that perfect for what about all the Chinese people already here? They can do the same activities. They can do exactly the same things. So they can go, maybe they join the tours from the other people. Doesn't matter. You know, the tours could be kept separate, or they could be combined together, like economies of scale.
So how you think about that? The better market is for the people from China initially come to New Zealand, all people are already here.
Well, I think for people that are already here, I think it would be much more difficult, because that would take a lot of, like, you're not going to go for a tour to Taupo, Rotorua. You do it yourself.
Yeah.
You plan it yourself. You'd use your own car, rent your own car, maybe get your friends to do it, and make your own reservations, and you do everything yourself, right?
But speaking of the customer base, you can see that already there are hundreds of thousands people in New Zealand.
Yeah, right.
People. But every year from China, newly come to New Zealand, only maybe 20,000 people, and then they are just very scattered in different provinces. It's very hard to approach them.
Ah, right. Yeah, exactly. So unless without partnerships, that a partnership or something, because it could be multiple partnerships with different people. So maybe the other websites or the other tourist companies, maybe they get paid to, like for example, maybe the tourists, maybe it's somehow done differently with the app. You know, I think you're right. You know, it's a big market, but for the people already here, how could the app be made to capture the market? Because for the Chinese people here, or but for any market here, the Spanish speaking people, Chinese people, you know, as well as the people that already live here, that, you know, the New Zealanders here, they still want some activities, but it would take some time to get the partnerships, to find the relationships. That's the most important thing, I think. One of the most important things.
So that's the reason why you need to speak with the people already in the tourist industry.
Yeah, because they know how to do that. You know?
Do you think it's easier for them to get the information to approach the tourists, typical tourists? I still think that this is a very hard task even for experts in the industry, because even they have the resources, they would already try to get a profit from it. They do a lot of marketing. Yeah.
但是我理解它是不是想说这个中国人挑的一些可以组成小组的人，去根据这一些人士，还有去吸引这些人士，是这个。
Yeah. Her question is, do you want the group just attracted by your project already?
这就是自由行的那一群，对吧？
是不是用高端的吗？
但是高端的话，
其实不难。So James advised that we can create a particular program for the tourist who is interested in hiking, hunting, or for the cruise, 海的那个是怎么说？ Yeah, that's a particular program. We can create this for that market, and also we can cooperate with with the service agency to approach this to the market, and meanwhile we can do it by ourselves to just to communicate or to try to find the person, to find who is interested in this kind of training travel. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So,
yeah.
but to do it, how? Do it. Just do it as,
as the VIP program,
Yeah.
VIP travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get higher level travel guide.
Yeah, so customized package,
Yeah.
customized tours,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sell those in China.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, because then you've got tight control over it, and of course, they get money over in China, and because whenever somebody makes a purchase or goes on a tour, I think they're always gonna go to a physical place.
Yeah.
You know, always.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's partnerships with the physical places, like business to business, and then there's business to consumer. So partnerships with different agencies, that's a strategy. And the thing is, and partnerships with the agencies is perfect, because there's a lot of control.
Yeah.
Because in the agencies, the person doing the marketing, like my friend in New Zealand, she does the same thing. Exactly the same thing here. So, I'm gonna talk to her about it and see what she thinks about it, because why not? She's already made a successful business here. Go for New Zealanders going to South America. So all of her experience could be applied to someone, to a person in China or whatever, that can do the same thing over in China and bring tourists here, because It could be an there's different ways to do it, but I think it would be, and to make a tour package and to